in a catatonic state. That is just crazy. Hey, welcome, welcome. Welcome to MCU Mondays. It is Monday night. We are here to talk about the MCU, Marvel, and all things related to as such. We are so glad you joined us tonight. I am your host, David. Welcome again. With me, as always, is my co-host, Debbie. Debbie, how are you this evening? Oh, the cat just attacked.
Yeah, the cat just jumped on my lap and stabbed my legs with her pointy claws.
We need.
Other than that, I'm fine.
We need to call Fox when animals attack. Also with us tonight, as he usually is Andrew. Andrew, how are you this evening?
Doing well. I don't have to worry about any cats right now, so
Okay.
doing well.
Hey, there you go. That's all one can ask. Well, we are back after a week off, well-deserved rest and week off. We just finished up Echo. We have X-Men 97. We were just talking about this. X-Men 97 is on the horizon. Spencer is online. How are you, Spencer? How's things going? So we got X-Men 97 coming up in 2 or 3 weeks. I want to say 3 weeks, maybe. I'm looking forward to it. I enjoyed the original show. I thought the original, because that was one of the things I woke up on Saturday mornings. I woke up, even though I'm like oh no, I might have been out of high school at the time. I don't care. I still woke up on Saturday mornings, grabbed a bowl of cereal and ate and watched cartoons. So it doesn't matter.
I tried to watch a couple of episodes. I don't know. Oh,
it's good once you get into it.
If you
gotta
can
get into it,
get the what really if you hit like the serialized part of it, like the part 1, part 2, part 3, all of that. You're good. It's not like there's a lot of just throw off episodes. Everything kind of runs together, but if you hit the high points of the, like I said, the serialized parts of it, then you get the gist of the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they do Days of Future Past, they do Dark Phoenix.
They do the Phoenix Saga, then they do the Dark Phoenix, and a lot of the familiar Night the Night of the Sentinels was the one that everybody remembers because that was like the first big one. You had a couple where they crossed over with Spider-Man that was on at the time as well, the Spider-Man show, and then Spider-Man, of course, did a couple crossovers with the X-Men. So it's all well and good. It was great. I enjoyed it. I'm actually gonna go back I have been going back and watching a few episodes here and there just to prep for it. The animation looks good. I'm excited about that. So anyway, well, until we get into X-Men, which again is about 3 weeks from now, we're gonna finish up. We're gonna try and finish up Daredevil. How many episodes do we have left this season?
After this one.
Oh, well, then we will finish up season 1 of Daredevil.
Yeah.
But, and maybe I'll put this on the GNN Facebook page because I think if I'm correct, it was season 1 and season 2, and then if you go in time order, like the way it was released, I think the Defenders happened in between season 2 and 3. In fact, I think like the Luke Cage, the Iron Fist, and all of that stuff happened after season 2, but before season 3 of Daredevil. So I don't recall.
Jessica Jones was after season 1 of Jessica Jones came out the same year that season 1 of Daredevil did.
Okay, so Jessica Jones is going on while this is happening.
See, I don't know why. Maybe I didn't watch them in order, but I thought the Defenders didn't come out until all the other shows were out because they're all in it. So it's like,
Well, I think it did come out after all the other shows had come out, but as far as continuity on a timeline, I think the Defenders show that, or the Defenders show actually takes place in between seasons 2 and 3 of Daredevil. So that's like saying, well, we're going to go watch Star Wars episodes 1 through 6. And it's like, if you do that, you kind of ruin the whole thing. You might want to start with 4. So,
yeah.
Otherwise, it takes away from it.
The first 4 seasons where Daredevil season 1, Jessica Jones season 1, Daredevil season 2, and then Luke Cage season 1 were the first 4 seasons to release of the Defenders. I could give you the list of all 13, but I don't know if we have time for that.
Not necessary. In fact, you know what? I think we will continue on with Daredevil. No matter where the timelines fall, we'll just do a show at a time versus we're going to do this in timeline order.
Yeah, because my senior brain probably would be.
It would get confusing. It would be as confusing as Phase 4. So,
even though I've watched them all, when they originally came out, but trying to do the show and then trying to keep track of what's going on,
who goes what and where and how and
all these different strings, paths.
Well, it's a good thing you're watching then, Spencer, because we're talking about season 1.
And then you can start watching season 2.
Yeah, then you can start right along with us. It's going to be great.
It'll be exciting.
Awesome. We'll have a blast. Yay. So, all right. But before we get into that, I think possibly we should probably run our intro video just so we can be somewhat official. So let's do that and we'll get right into Daredevil. Very cool. I think I still need to update that, but it's on my list of things. I got.
Don't worry about it until we get to season 2.
I'm I'm old. Leave me alone. I got life happening. Got stuff happening. Got things to do. So, all right. If we can remember back, I think it's been about 6 weeks since we've talked about Daredevil, episode 11. And if you recall how that one ended, Debbie's favorite person, Karen, shot and killed Wesley.
And she's still not my favorite person after tonight's episode.
Oh, really?
It was all her fault. If she wouldn't have pushed Ben,
character growth, character development.
No, I don't think she ever does. She's annoying.
This wasn't always annoying. Yeah. But she kind of had a point though, as far as she was pushing Ben to publish the article. And with her doing that, and he kept telling her, "Why don't you do it? Why don't you just put it out there?" And I can't because I'm painted goods, for lack of a better word. It's nobody would believe me that dig up into my past and find out what's happened in my past. But you're respected and loved and blah 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 blah. And I honestly, I think she probably still could have published it online, even if she published it under a pseudonym.
Yeah.
There's ways around that.
Yeah.
So, and then that way that keeps her anonymity as well, not just from the public, trying to discredit her, but also from I mean, with the resources Fisk has, he probably would have found that anyways. But
Yeah, but still, she could have tried.
It might have taken some time. So,
but no, she had to
we
be
got to
a
get
little
somebody else to
whiny
do it.
baby about it. Now Ben's dead, and it's her fault.
Operation Human Shield. We got to put somebody out there in front of us. So,
because the reason he was killed mainly was because they got Wilson's mother involved.
Gosh, what was her name? Vistain, Marlena Vistain.
And who was the instigator in that? Karen.
She's Karen. It's ironic that she has that name, and that's become the thing that it is.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all her fault. And that's on the character, not the actress.
Synopsis of the episode: Karen's fault.
Yeah,
Karen's fault.
Everything
bad that happens is Karen's fault.
I stand by that. Because I think there's some stuff in season 2 and 3 that's her fault too. So
she tosses out the gun, can't sleep, bumps in, goes back to the office. I've got my cheat sheet beside me, so if I am staring off into the sunset, I can look and see what I'm doing. Has an awkward conversation with Foggy, which, again, according to the last episode, if you remember the last episode, Foggy and Matt kind of got into it, and Foggy knows who Matt is now, and there's a beef going on with them, and it's just not happy around Nelson and Murdoch, attorneys at law, right now. Karen tried her best to get in touch with all of them while all of this was going on, and they were just basically ignoring her. Yeah, because everything bad happens to her. But and also too, I mean, she has a run-in with Matt as well, because Matt shows up, not when Foggy's there, but Matt shows up too. And again, it's a lot of the don't worry about it. This is between me and him. We're taking care of it. And she does the whole, you guys need to figure it out. You're the only family that I have.
But yet she constantly goes behind their back and does stuff.
Hey, I'm gonna quote a famous movie here. Not all families are perfect. Don't you watch Oprah? That was from Major Payne. I don't say families break up. Don't you watch Oprah? So anyway, Foggy goes and meets what's
Marcy.
her name? Marcy. Now see,
yeah, Marcy, yeah.
This portrayal of Marcy, from all we've seen of Marcy right now, I really haven't liked her, because it's almost like she's trying to get ahead in life, and I get that. That makes sense. You know, why wouldn't you want to do that? But it's also like, I'm not really. I'm using my body to get. I mean, she's got the goods and she flaunts it. I mean, there's just no getting around it. You know, she is a very well-built young lady. Keeping it PG here. And it's almost like she's using that, and she seemed to me, just the few times that we met her, she's like one of these people that, I'm good looking and I'm better looking than you, and I know it. And you just need to worship the ground that I walk on because I'm better than you. But then you get into this where Foggy approaches her and basically lays everything out, saying, look, Fisk is a bad guy, gives him all the files, everything else, and she's like, "Where did you get this?" Well, the devil of hell's kitchen gave it to me, and the guy that blew up half the town. No, look at it, read it. Just give me 5 minutes. And she reads through all of it, and then all of a sudden it kind of clicks with her, to where she's like, "This all makes a whole lot of sense, but I can't do anything about this because it's career suicide." I honestly, I gained some respect for her in that moment because she kind of went and was like, "I want to help you with this, and I'm like to help you with this, but at the same time, I don't want to because this is my job we're talking about."
Well,
And
Fisk is their client.
yeah, Fisk is their client, and again, she said, I think she even said career suicide. This would be career suicide for me, and so
it was
I'm
a
looking
valid
at
point.
Well, and it's a valid point, and I look at it too, and I'm like, okay, so maybe she's not just the bimbo. I'm just the bimbo who looks good and blah blah blah, and I can get away with things because I look good. I mean, she showed some heart there, some concern, some. When they brought up what was her name? Elena, the tenant that was killed, and he said, she said, "Oh, Elena Cardenas." And he said, "Oh, you didn't say." I forgot what she called him, but it was like a food something. And she's like, "No, I'm not a jerk," basically. And it's like, okay, all right. You're growing on me. You're not quite there yet, but you're growing on me. You're not as bad as I thought you were. So we'll leave it at that. So, let's see what else happens. Vanessa wakes up at the hospital, and Fisk is there, and he tells her, we're gonna move you
out of the country,
somewhere safe and away from me because that's bad. And Fisk is moving at this point, and this happens twice in this movie. He moves all the people that he cares about out of the country, or he tries to anyway. Because he had Vanessa, and he was going to move her out, and then at the end, toward the end, he's moving his mom to Italy, I think, right? So pulls her out of the retirement home. He finds out, of course, that Ben and Karen went to go talk to her, and we just can't have that. But he also, I think he wanted to talk to her too, because he's trying to figure out what caused Wesley to leave.
Yeah, because
at the end of the last episode,
his mother was the last phone call.
Yeah, and we got a little bit of the Fisk rage in that too. Wesley's sitting there dead, and he's like, "You let him go alone. He just asked for my gun and the keys to the SUV and told me to wait here. He wanted as many men on you as possible." Headbutt, pound. And then you've got Owsley Leland there going, "Dude, don't beat up your guys." He's just doing.
He's doing what Wesley told him. I think that's called loyalty.
Loyalty.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think Leland was Leland may have been a little bit upset by Wesley's passing as well, just because Wesley has always been, and Leland knows this. Wesley's always been, he's Fisk's right-hand man, and he's always taking care of things, and he's got that cool, evil demeanor, and he's bad, but he's like what's his name on the Bad Batch, the doctor we were talking about on Thursday night, Hemlock.
Oh, yeah. Hemlock.
He's like Dr. Hemlock, where it's just he's got the nice soothing voice, and he sounds like he should probably be working for NPR, but you look at him and you go, that guy is evil. Oh, he's so evil. So, and Wesley was like that, and I think that Leland knew that, and I think Leland knew that Wesley was a dangerous person, and so to see Wesley dead like that, and nobody knows who did it. That's the big thing. They don't know where he went or why and who did it. So,
well, and Leland tries to put it off on the Japanese because they had a bonfire with their
with
leader,
their boss, yeah,
and tries to push it off on the Chinese, and yeah, he's of course later we find out
yeah,
what really happened, but
well, that and he's pushing that, and Wesley's death as well as the attempt on Vanessa's life, I should say, onto basically everybody. But I think he comes back at some. Yeah, he comes back at some point and says, "Look, I couldn't find any ties, so it was probably the Daredevil. It was probably the devil of Hell's Kitchen. That's who probably did this." Just because. Just no, I don't think so. Not today. No, it wasn't the devil. God, he's so good.
Poison and what do you say? Poison and guns is not his
MO. And of course, we find out that yes, it wasn't him. But there was a lovely line of philosophical wisdom that Leland gave that I really liked, which was the wind always blows hardest the closer you get to the top of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I mean, and obviously Fisk is devastated by the loss of Wesley, and then I don't know, I don't even remember who that second guy was, but he beat the crap out of him.
But then he becomes Fisk's right hand man.
Yeah.
You have been promoted.
You survived my attack. I respect that. Sorry. I'm channeling my inner Fisk. So Matt comes and sees Ben asking about the heroin with the
steel serpent.
The steel serpent. Ben tells him something about blind men or blind people, and they use blind people to package the stuff, and they take them there. He says they get them there during the day though, so you might stick out. And he says, "Oh, don't worry, I'll wear something a little more conspicuous." Which was
he said he'd dress down.
Yeah. Oh, I'll dress down. That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't worry, I'll dress down. And then we get every one of these movies. This doesn't happen until now. And I was so excited when this happened. This happens in the comic books all the time, to where you see the good guy and they're chasing somebody, or they're just out on regular, like patrolling the city kind of thing, or they're chasing a car or something like that, and you see them running across the rooftops and jumping from roof to roof and doing all this really cool acrobatic, the parkour. Ponfar is the Vulcan thing.
Parkour.
They're doing all the parkour stuff and all along the rooftops, but they never really show that in the movies. And it's like, I want to see that. That's the cool stuff in the comic books, is watching them do all this. And finally, we get it. We get Matt, and he's not dressed in a superhero garb, but it's Matt, and he's he's chasing the car where they picked up the blind person and running across the building, and it was great.
He's doing parkour. All kinds of tucks and rolls and vaulting,
kicks and flips and jumping, building top to building top. Oh, so good. It was so good. You know what? I take that back. I think he did it in The Tick, but I don't think that counts. If you ever watched The Tick, that was a good show. But again, if you haven't seen The Tick, go watch The Tick. It's awesome.
I have not seen it.
I think it's on Prime. Go watch it. It's a funny superhero show. Even the cartoon was a Saturday morning. It came from a cartoon, which came from a comic book, I believe. My brother would know. He's big into The Tick. He likes The Tick.
So
But anyway,
DC?
I don't think so.
Marvel?
I don't think it's Marvel either.
Oh,
see now I'm
independent.
It might be, or I mean maybe it is DC. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't recall exactly. Now I'm gonna have to look. Anyway, it's on Amazon Prime and on Freevee.
It's a parody of traditional superheroes and a spoof of superhero tropes across different universes. I think it was just an independent thing.
Okay.
I don't know who created it. But it looks.
Here we go.
Not Marvel or DC.
It just says 86 was when he first appeared. NEC, New England Comics. New England Comics in 1986. Later spun off into an independent comic book series in 1988 and gained mainstream popularity through an animated TV series on Fox. 2 live-action TV series, a video game, and various merchandise have also been based.
Wow.
IGN has The Tick listed as number 57 on the 100 greatest comic book heroes of all time. So he made IGN's list. He's good.
Pretty impressive.
He's watch the TV show, the live action TV show that's on Prime is good. Don't get me wrong. The cartoon is absolutely hilarious. That's like the funniest thing ever. It's just a stupid cartoon, but it's still good. I like The Tick. Go watch The Tick. Recommended. So anyway, jumping across the roofs, he finds out where the factory is, and he infiltrates the factory. Of course, nobody can see in there. Everybody's blind. And he's just kind of...
Except for the guards.
Well, the guards, yeah. But he infiltrates the factory. Gao is there. She sends all the blind people to attack him, basically. And he doesn't want to hurt them because,
right?
Why would you want to do that? One, yeah, you're blind, and they're blind. It's not like it's, I'm going to go beat up a blind person. Well, that's kind of don't really want to do that, but they don't really know. I mean, it's not like they're part of the gang, as it were. They're just there trying to make some money. So fire breaks out. He fights off. Huh?
Well, she tells Matt that, well, he said something about you took their eyes, and she said
right,
they did it themselves, which is
they believed in something bigger or something like that. Faith in something. She gets away from him.
Well, she kicks his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lays him out.
I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
That makes me feel bad.
But it's true. He went
Yeah.
he went in for her,
Yeah.
and she just did one little whoop, there goes my microphone. One little push on his chest, which is probably some kind of kung fu or whatever, martial arts thing, but she laid him on his ass. I thought it was hilarious.
Mhm.
It's Marvel. Maybe she has some kind of superpower. Or maybe he just underestimated her because he's like, oh, well, this is just a little old lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have done that with her. She is a little old lady, so we're just gonna it's misjudged. It's just a little old lady. We can get it. No. Um, let's see. He had asked her about what Fisk's plans were before she kicked the crap out of him. Let's see here. What else? Ben gets fired. Well, Ben gets put on leave initially because he won't leave the Fisk story alone. And he finally calls out his boss in front of like everybody. How long have you been on the payroll?
Mm-hmm.
You're fired. That's it. You're fired. And he goes and sees his wife. Now, as we know, he has been attempting to get his wife into a she's got dementia of some kind, and he's attempting to get her into a facility that would be
Better
more accommodating to her needs.
than
A
the
better,
hospital.
yeah. Then then his wife tells him to do the exact same thing that he told Karen to do. Just oh, they fired me. Well, just go post it on the internet. You don't need any of that stuff. You don't need those guys. Everybody's got a voice now. The internet makes everybody famous. Tells Karen he's going to start a blog, find out about Fisk, everything they found out about Fisk.
Well, Leland meets with Gao.
Yeah. Yes.
And we find out that they were responsible for the poisoning at the benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Which was, Fisk thought it was towards him, but it was actually towards Vanessa.
Yeah, she was the target.
Yeah, they're wanting, well, at least Leland is wanting her out of the way because it's a distraction for Fisk.
Well, and he had said something to Vanessa in the hospital about they were attempting to get to me and they got to you. So I'm going to make sure none of this happens again. We're sending you out of the country. And I forgot what she said to him about.
She wasn't going anywhere. She knew what she was getting into when she.
Oh, and that was, he said, I'm going to find who did this and make them pay. I would expect nothing less. But it seemed like she said something about if I was there, if they were going after you and they hit me instead, it makes me proud to be with you, or something along that lines. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and find it. But again, she was the target. They weren't targeting him. They were targeting her. And that was one of the things it's been brought up over several episodes now, of get your house in order, get things right, do things the way that they need to be done. Gao has told him, Leland has told him, and all about yeah, you're right. A lot of it stems from and to Vanessa. So it's like, okay, well, we got to take care of Vanessa.
My son was leaving for work.
Uh-huh.
He's on third shift now, so.
Oh.
Joy.
Well, there you go. So Leland asked Gao too if she was the one that killed Wesley, because that's still a big mystery. Nobody knows really who killed Wesley. And also, at some point earlier in the episode, Leland had come to Fisk and said, "I've had my feelers out, and it wasn't the Japanese and it wasn't the Chinese." Which now you look at it and say, he didn't do nothing. He's just, because it was it was one of them. So it'll be interesting to see what happens moving forward, because a kingdom that stands against itself will never stand. But anyway, Ben goes back home, gets ready to write his blog, and there is Fisk. Finds out he does have people at the bulletin. Whether it was his boss or not, he doesn't really say. Finds out that it was him that went to go talk to his mother. And he said something, something about, "You involved my mother. You're a man." Oh, here it is. I did write it down. "You're a man of principle, of conviction, and I understand that. I even admire it. But you went after my mother, and that's something that that's not something I can forgive.
I'm not here to threaten you. I'm here to kill you.
I'm here to kill you."
Yeah.
Well, then he does ask if Ben was alone. And of course, Ben being Ben, he said yes.
I would have said, "No, I got my wife and 3 kids, and my grandparents are staying over, and my in-laws are here." The house is just full of people right
cousins.
now. Yeah.
Well, he was talking about, if Ben went alone to see his mother.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Ben said no.
No, my wife, my kids, my in-laws.
Yeah, my wife, my kids, my in-laws.
Just the in-laws.
My in-laws, yes, they went with me.
Yeah.
So basically, Ben threw Karen under the bus. So
mother-in-law.
No, he didn't.
He did. He said, "No, I didn't go alone." He didn't give Fisk her name.
No, he said he did go alone.
Oh, he said he did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I heard that wrong then.
Debbie's like, "Don't defend Karen."
That's what I was thinking. I was like, no, give him her name.
Her name was Karen.
So we don't have to put up with her for the next 2 seasons.
And Born Again.
Three now. Next 3 seasons now. It's coming up. And we know she's in it. We've seen the behind the scenes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really excited to see all 3 of them together again. So I just don't like her character.
Maybe it was made better for Disney. You don't know. It's possible.
We'll see if she's changed.
TBD.
Yes. Did we miss anything?
Just one little scene. Just one little scene. Matt goes back to the office. Karen's there.
Oh, yeah.
And he talks about, someone once told me that, I need to push away the people I care, to be able to be more effective. But then he starts breaking down and he says, I can't do this alone. Then, of course, she gets to go over and hug him.
Oh. Oh, you're just mad because you didn't get to go over and hug Charlie Cox. That's all it is.
Yeah, he'll be in Indianapolis too, along with Hayden.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a little bit of an early shameless plug right here for Debbie. Debbie is gonna go get to meet Hayden Christensen in a few. When is that? When does that happen?
March 20.
Oh, it's
23rd. I think it is.
Wow, it's soon.
Yeah. My daughter, God bless her soul, because I was at work and she works at home, but she got on the computer and she was locked and loaded to get in there. And she said it was a feeding frenzy because last Friday was the day that autograph sessions. Well, autograph sessions and for Hayden and the picture.
Yeah, the photo op.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the photo op for him specifically went on sale. And so, yeah.
Now, is he going to be there both days?
I do not know. We don't even know about panels because we're trying to decide if we want to go Friday and Saturday. Because if we are, then we'll get a hotel. But there's nothing on panels. And I'm like, well, if Charlie's going to be on a Marvel panel, I want to see that. And then if Hayden's going to do a panel, whether it's Star Wars or Solo, I want to see that. So, but his autograph and picture thing is on Saturday. So I'm thinking.
So when he was here in Dallas last year, he was only here on Saturday. He only did the Saturday appearance, and basically
did he do a panel too.
I mean, kind of. He did. He did. They had you. It was like an event outside of the con that you could buy, and it was like an evening with Hayden, I think is what they called it. And so you basically you could go.
How you doing?
How you doing? Yeah.
How you doing?
But I think it was a free event. It was just after everything had shut down, you go wait in line, and if there's enough room, you'll get in, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was like we looked at that and we were like, it sounds good, but that's because I mean his tickets for his photo op and for his autograph, since he was only there for a day, when they went on sale, like gone 5 minutes, they were done out completely. His whole day was booked.
Steph said it was a feeding frenzy, and she got the picture first, and then she went back to go get the autograph set up, and it was already sold out. So then she thought,
wow,
because there's like 3 or 4 different autograph thingies. Like one was like an 8x12 or 8x10 thing, which is what she was going for. Then there was a premium, and then there was a bulky or whatever. And I was like, well, shit, I'd have to find something for him to sign. But yeah, she screwed up. She types really fast, and she screwed up her email, so she had to go back out. But when she went back to the main page, they had added another autograph session.
Okay, good.
So she got in that. I was like,
yeah, his is really interesting, and a lot more of them are like this too, to where if you want, let's just say for the sake of argument that the autograph cost $100. Okay, for $100 you can get the 8x10 picture that they have at the table, and you can go see them at the table, and they will sign that picture for you and chat with you for a minute, and that's it. Now you can get the premium item, which is something that you will bring, which can be like an action figure or a poster, something a little bit larger than just your standard 8x10. Or you can get the bulky item in Anakin. In Hayden's case, like a Darth Vader helmet or a lightsaber, something big that you want him to sign. And then that one, like the premium, the figures cost you like 150, and then it's 200 for like the ultra, the big. But I mean, they're really cool. Each one of them will sit there and chat with you while you get the autograph, and you can talk to them, and they're great. And you just get a little one-on-one time with them for 2 or 3 minutes while they sign, and you're gonna have a blast, Debbie.
I know I'm not. I'm all weekend I was thinking, well, what can I say to him? Like what witty question can I ask?
You can go, how you doing? No.
I'm your stepmother. Elevator.
Well, I told Steph, I was like, I hope to God my voice is back to normal. Although it doesn't sound as bad as it did. But I'm like, I don't want to sound like husky woman.
Yeah.
Elevator.
But yeah, really looking forward to it. I'm hoping Charlie has some kind of panel so I can sit in on that. I splurged all the money on Hayden's. But Timothy Zahn is also going to be there, so I'm hoping to go over to his table, buy something, and have him sign it. So
actually, when
I will send you my copy of Heir to the Empire for him to sign.
I saw him. I met him back in 2011 at a convention, and I brought 4 books. I had the Heir to the Empire trilogy, and then I had another one that he wrote called Allegiance that was out at the time.
Now, does that cost when he signs it?
He signed all my stuff for free. His was free.
I wish I had my books. I really do. I wish I had them. But
go buy a used copy. Do you not have them like you sold them, or you don't have them like they're packed away somewhere?
I gave them away because, all my books, Star Trek, Star Wars, Stephen King, because when I moved the first time around, it was a very small house, and there was just no room for it because I had 3 6-foot bookcases that were packed. And so I kept a few that I had already had signed by various authors. I kept those, but everything else.
Just go buy a used copy. That's what I would do. They still sell those. They even sell just the Legends copies in like just a bookstore. If they've got a used bookseller, go
Books is good.
Yeah.
So, I got a few weeks to figure that one out.
Now I don't know. Like, I know comic book artists. Sometimes they charge, but they're like $10. You just give me $10 and I'll sign your book for you, kind of thing. So I mean, it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm going to break the bank getting all my Spider-Man comics signed. So,
well, I know when my oldest son and I went to one of the Star Wars celebrations down in Indy, I bought, I believe it was the Attack of the Clones graphic novel, and the artist signed it. I think my son has that now, but that was free. But I'm wanting to see if I can find cool T-shirts and that. My youngest son doesn't want to go because crowds. You think I'm bad? He's 100 times worse than me. But my daughter's going. My oldest son is going. So, and I think her husband is going because he wants to get an autograph and photo with Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, John Rhys Davis.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him. He was actually, you know what? There's a Marvel connection there because John Rhys Davis played the Kingpin. I'll bet you didn't know that. John Rhys Davis once played Kingpin.
When?
In the '79 classic, The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. Was one of the made-for-TV movies with that was based on the TV show The Incredible Hulk. Also had Daredevil in it, funny enough. So
I vaguely remember that. I remember the part where Banner is on the stand and the lawyer's trying to get him to turn.
and he did. It was a dream, but yeah, he was because he was
Right.
worried about it. But I think I own those movies. I might have to sit down and watch them because now I'm excited.
Yeah,
So,
there's some other people, some of them I don't even know who they are, but I assume they're probably anime or something. Oh, it was announced today that I can't remember his name. I don't know if it's from the animated or the recent live action from One Piece.
oh, okay.
They announced him.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name, but so yeah, we're just waiting to see if they're going to have panels and who's going to be on those panels before we decide to get a hotel.
So there's
And
your shameless plug. Debbie's going to be at Indianapolis Comic-Con, and she's excited because of the crowds and Hayden.
just Hayden. That's the only thing I'm excited about. And
Other
buying
than
stuff.
Other than that, what other shameless plugs do we have, Miss Debbie?
Tomorrow night, Sith Dominion returns, so I'll be on that show. Wednesday, I think they're back. War of the Stores.
War of the Stores.
War of the Stars.
I watched that show, or I listened to that show.
Yeah. I think they're back this week. Of course, Thursday, Cantina Happy Hour. We're back.
Bad Batch season 3. It started off good.
Episode 4.
Episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited about that. Friday, I will be on the Geek and I podcast on their channel, continuing with our series, watching Star Trek, the original series.
Saturday, Geek Gauntlet.
Yeah, Saturday Geek Gauntlet. I was trying to think of what episode.
What episode? The last week was the episode you didn't like.
Mudswomen. Mudswomen, yes. But I found when I rewatched it, and I don't know if it's because I'm old now, but it wasn't half bad.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
The Charlie X episode was, because God, I hated that character. But I know what the episode we're covering. We're covering what little girls are made of.
Okay.
So
it's not what little green girls are made of?
No.
Right.
No. So I don't know if that's going to have kids in it. If it is, then I probably won't like the episode. If it had kids in it, I usually didn't like those episodes. But
Mace has a special cameo in it.
Nope. Oh, there went Chewie.
Yeah, Chewie's butt.
She's been wandering around in the background. We were wondering if her butt was going to make an appearance.
So yeah, Saturday Geek Gauntlet, and I think that covers all of our shows. Oh, Cam had an interview with Richard Carter, who was in Dune Part 1. He played I don't even know how to pronounce it.
He played somebody in Dune Part 1. A what?
Harkonnen Trooper.
Harkonnen.
A
Harkonnen.
Yeah, I was sort of right.
Yeah.
So that was a live interview. That is
by Lady Jessica.
I have no idea who that is, but
he was somebody who had somebody that
I've tried a few times.
You offended Andrew. He went off.
Your camera's off, Andrew.
Yes,
there you go. I have tried to watch Dune Part 1, and I keep falling asleep. I don't know
love
if
that
it's because
movie.
it's so freaking long, but I've heard part 2 is really good. And the reason I wanted to watch part 1 was because Oscar Isaac's in it, and I love him. I
That's what
just
my sister
can't
watched it
stay
for.
awake.
I'm seeing part 2 this Saturday, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
I'll get to
I
see it
had
in IMAX,
thought
which is really cool.
I thought about trying to go see it, but I'm like, I just can't with these super long movies anymore. My bladder just doesn't. And if
That's
it's
why
boring,
you take a red Folgers can with you.
and if it's boring,
Get
I
that
fall
Dune
asleep,
popcorn
and then
bucket.
I spent
Yeah,
all
get
that
that
money just to take a nap.
Get the Dune popcorn bucket.
Yeah, and there you go. That's why they've got those popcorn buckets, so you can eat all the popcorn, and then when you have to go to the bathroom, you just refill it. Hi,
Oh,
Kitty.
hello!
Oh god.
She's like, I want to see.
Wow, that's a first. The hell's up with that?
She wants to see the popcorn bucket.
That looks like a Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's
Andrew,
interesting.
shameless plugs. What do you got?
Not much to add. I'll be back for Cantina Happy Hour, talking Bad Batch, and following Monday for MCU Monday. But that's really all I have right now.
Are you doing
any
your
shows with Red 5? Anything that's coming up this week?
Yeah, we do weekly discussions in the Discord server. So that's not like aired at all. But about I don't know, maybe a week or so after we finish the book, we do our overview stream. But the next book
you
we
don't
are
do
going to
like a
read.
chapter a week or anything like that?
No, not broadcast. We'll do like a 3 chapters a week and talk about it, and then read the next 3 chapters. And but the next book after The Last Command, our March book, will be The Martian. That was picked. We did like a bracket of all of our suggestions, and then April will be the Lost Force book that's coming out, the new Star Wars book. Those are our next 2 reads. So
now that's High Republic, right?
Yeah.
Or not?
I don't know. I think it's
Trying to remember.
Legends. I don't remember it, but it's coming out sometime in March, I think, because it's our April book. So I don't know if it's High Republic or not. I don't think so, but I don't know 100%. But anyone can join the book club. You just go to the Red 5 Reading on Twitter and DM Nicole saying you want to join, and she'll give you an invite to the Discord server, and then you can join. It's on Sundays is when we meet during the week. So it's been a lot of fun. And so, but that's not recorded or anything. So if you have strong feelings or thoughts that you don't like, you can express it. So if you don't like Karen, you can express that, very strongly. You can say, this is why I don't like her.
Yeah.
This is why it's all wrong.
That's why this is all her fault. Damn it,
if
Karen.
Ben could have just said her name. I mean, come on.
If you promise not to kill me, I'll give you Karen's name. What he should have done.
Yeah. So that's what we do while we're reading the book, and then when we're done, Nicole will schedule a stream to do just our overview, our overall thoughts, and favorite character, favorite quote, what do you think about the writing, stuff like that. So
cool.
Anyway, it's
awesome.
pretty fun.
Awesome. Well, folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. Don't forget to check out all of Geek News Now social medias. We're on Facebook and Instagram and X and Tickety Talk. We like Tickety Talk. Go check out all of us on the socials. Look for Geek News Now. Don't look for GNN. Look for Geek News Now, because if you get GNN, that's something else. Geek News Now official on YouTube. Hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to mash that bell icon so you get notifications anytime we go live. That's going to be it for us tonight. We will see you all next week right here on MCU Mondays. Y'all have a great week.